I would like to thank Antonio for sending me this story that is coming out of, I'm guessing, Pittsburgh, where you can see in this picture right here, you see this man getting into a confrontation with this woman, and she's a Chargers fan and he's a Steelers fan. And if you look at the picture on the right, he clearly has his hand around her throat, around her neck. That's why, like, when I was entertaining the NFL, I couldn't go to an NFL game because too much stuff happens in the stands, and with the way my mindset is set up, it doesn't take much for me to pop off on somebody, and then they'll have to escort me out. But this is more than this guy just choking her, because this woman is actually pregnant. She is pregnant, and I'm trying to also figure out too, there's no way that if I would let my wife who is pregnant be out in a crowd like that. But that's just me. But but that's clearly and most definitely would never be my wife in that picture. So let me get into this article from the New York Post, and so we can get a little bit more detail about what's going on here. It says the Steelers' loss to the Chargers Sunday night played out even uglier in the stands at Heinz Field. New video and photos show a Steelers fan choking a pregnant Chargers fan during the game. Two men were fighting in the stands when the woman stepped in and was grabbed in the throat by a Steelers fan. According to the Pittsburgh Current, which originally published photos showing the event, the couple from San Diego said the Steelers fan yelled at them to sit down during the game, which sparked the fight. Daniel Minshew, the husband of the pregnant woman, told the website he planned on calling police officials about filing criminal charges. "We strive to make events at Heinz Field safe for our guests," the Steelers said in a statement. "This type of behavior seen in the photo is unacceptable and something we do not condone on our property. We are working with Heinz Field security as well as local authorities to gather more information on this particular incident as the Pittsburgh police determines whether or not to press charges." Excuse me? They must not see the same pictures we see. The guy clearly is choking this woman out and she's pregnant. And you can tell he has a pretty tight hold around her neck. Now, I'm looking at this picture right here, and it looks like it's something up against his face right here, but it looks like it's somebody else's hand because her hand is right here. Now, I don't know whose hand that was, but clearly look at how his hand is placed on her neck. He's holding on tight by the way her face scrunches up. And they're saying they don't know if they want to press criminal charges. This is clear and apparent assault. Now, I'm willing to bet you that if this is a black man that was doing this, they would have threw the book at him instantly with all kinds of charges, with assault being one of them. He said, "We will ensure those involved as the aggressors will not be permitted back into our stadium." And I bet you that's the only thing that they're going to hit him with is a ban. Wow, they banned you. Okay. Some punishment. It was a particularly terrible day in the stands as one Steelers fan also head-butted another. So based on the stands that I'm looking at and how the seats are designed, this definitely was in Pittsburgh because I see gold looking seats. Listen, that is their issue, but the fact that they saying they are questioning whether or not to pursue pressing charges against this guy when it's clear he assaulted this woman is clear as day. But it doesn't surprise me because this is the same organization that allowed Ben Roethlisberger, or in some circles, Ben Rapelessberger, to continue to play for the Steelers after multiple allegations of rape came out of him over the years. This is also the same organization that continued. Does Riley Cooper, who does he play for? I don't know if he plays for the Eagles or for the Steelers. Let me look that up right quick, because I'm not sure who he plays for. Okay, he plays for the Eagles. Never mind. Wrong. It would have been a wrong subject, but y'all already know about Riley Cooper. But Ben Roethlisberger, he, rape is in the same line as assault. It's sexual assault, and they let him continue to play. So it's pretty clear that the Steelers organization condones this kind of stuff, especially if you're white. That's all I can chalk it up to. But y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links will be in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one. There was a a couple more things I want to add to this, and I'm glad it popped in my head before I decided to upload it. Notice that every time there's some kind of an incident that happens at a football game, in as far as fights in the stands, it usually always involves white people, and it can involve any white person. It doesn't have to just involve the men; it can involve the women as well. But it's usually the men, and sometimes they will put hands on the women as well. And also notice something else that I noticed too. You will have certain people that say that white men treat their women better than black men do. I present to you Exhibit A, and I close with Exhibit A. I could go through to Exhibit B through Z, but we would be here all day. It's a lot of incidents where you'll have white men in public treat their women like shit. Now, this man who put his hands on another man's wife, like I said in the initial video, this was not his wife. He did not know this woman. This was a complete stranger. If he could do this in public to another man's wife who was pregnant, and he has a significant other at home or whatever, imagine what he's doing behind closed doors. Now, I can only imagine him saying, oh, they're going to use the excuse he might have been drunk, this, and the third. And they're still not pursuing charges against him. They're protecting and they're enabling such behavior. I'm telling you, this is not this guy's first ride at the rodeo. That's really all I have to say about this now. I'm done.